Hello, my name is swissbianco. In this video I will talk about the schrade wiper side assist folding knife. I just got that in and play a bit with it. It's on sale on a website. I'm gonna put the link in the description. So I got it for a really good deal. Somehow the system of the wiper is a bit strange for many people. That's maybe why they did not sell too well, but I like it a lot, and it's not a knife that I would use really hard with the polymer frame, if you want to say that, but it's technically really interesting how they do. So it comes in the typical schrade box. It's made in Taiwan. Surprisingly, not made in China. For once, from a Taylor brand that owns the schrade brand name. We're gonna see that in a minute. So that is the bayonet blade version. They have different blade versions. I choose the bayonet version. It comes in a simple bag, and then we have those paperworks with it. As I open up the first one, it's just a guarantee for limited lifetime warranty. There we have the English version. It comes in a couple different languages and tells you a bit how to manipulate in generally a knife. So it's more on the advertising side. And then we have the schrade wiper side assist instruction sheet. It's all a bit bended because they put it in that tiny box, but we see how that works. We see number A is the safety, number B is the locking part, C is the hole, the finger hole to put that out. And by the way, that is the Tanto version of the wiper that we see here. This is an assistant opener knife, so it's legal in almost any place. On the back side is nothing, so that much about that. Now we come to the actual knife. As we see, on top is that part that goes back and forth. Like this is locked, like this is unlocked. We have here the safety that is in the forward position. Show us here that dimple that is for the safety there. As we close the knife, we see the safety is basically off like this, and we see there that dimple. As we move that forward, it simply holds the blade in place in the frame. That's all what it is there, and as we push that back, then the dimple there is gone. That's all what it is. And then we have that wheel part here that we see on both sides. That is a pretty big wheel in there, and there is actually the spring in here with the lever for the assistant opening part. As I open the knife and halfway close, we see here that lever moving, that tiny lever there moving around and pressing the spring that is in here. So that is that. And we have a special clip that has a big hole in the middle that is needed to open the knife. You cannot open it on the wheel, even that it has a bit serrations here. I was not able to open it just by pushing the wheel. So the housing is some kind of polymer. The levers here as well. The clip, of course, is steel, and the blade steel, I did not find any information about the blade steel that they use. I would not give too high a hope for something really well, but it maybe is on the schrade website in the description. and the blade is nicely stone washed. They just used too big of stones. We see that as we look, that part here to about here did not get stone washed really well. I'm not sure if the camera picks it up, but the stones were too big. That gives you then problems with smaller corners and all that, where the stone actually can't reach the blade in the tumbling stone washing process. But all in all, for the price, it's for sure really well made. So now how works that thing? Basically, it's a side opening knife and not a knife that we have usually that opens below forward. So you hold it, you push the finger in here, and you do this, and then it opens and it locks. For closing, you move that back and do like that. So all what you do is to push in the finger in here and flip it. That's all what it is. So it's a really unique system. I saw that first time at the SHOT Show and did play a bit with it, and I like it. As I say, it's maybe not for serious use too much, for really hard use because of the polymer frame, but it's a unique mechanism for the collection for an affordable price, and therefore I got me this one with the bayonet blade. The system would allow that you even sharpen the top part of the blade as a dagger, because it's completely in the frame there, so it won't cut. And it's really nice and easy to open once you try it out a little bit. What you can't do, as with most assistant opener, is just push a little bit slow in it and then it takes over. You basically just give it a little bit of flick and then it opens. So that's all what it is. So it opens better if you give it a bit of more a push. Then the spring takes over. The spring takes over in about that angle. Then as we release it, it opens up. So it's pretty safe to carry, because the blade is completely in the frame, and the frame is pretty thick compared to the blade. We see here how much we have. It's about 6mm minimum that we have the blade inside the frame, and here of course it's closed. And if you clip the knife in the pocket, there should not be any force go in here from the fabric. I don't think so that actually would open. It may push it a little bit, but then the spring of the assistant opener push it back in. So it should be pretty safe, and you have always the assistant opener safety here as well, if you wanna put it in storage or lock it up, so that really nothing gonna happen. And it's in a good location as well, the lock, the safety part here. And the safety, as I did say, it only put safe on the blade, not on the lock. The lock has no secondary safety at all. It's simply the blade that you can't push up, because that dimple is there, and then as it's off safe you can open it up. Yeah, that much about the Viper model from Schrade. For once not made in China, so that's a good thing as well. Quality wise, I like it. It's not bad, and it came sharp from start. Didn't need any sharpening, tune up, and yeah, it's a unique system. If you study a bit the mechanics and like different system on your knives that maybe one day will fade away, that are not that common to be around, maybe in 10-20 years, that would be for sure a knife to get. That much about the Schrade Viper.